In the history of all civilizations, the Phoenicians were very famous for their seafarings and different kind of tradings. They were the most powerful nations at the times. The Sidons and also the Tyres were fantastic city at the times, and they were very famous in the whole history. The Phoenicians were experts in different kind of works. The Phoenicia was actually now in the location and geographically is the Lebanon, and now at present the Lebanon country represents the Phoenicia, and the Phoenician peoples were very experts in seafarings. They are actually remembered by their shipbuildings and making a great business with the neighboring states. So the Phoenicians, the locations were very fantastic at the Mediterranean sites, and also they found the touch of the Aegeans, and since they were the seafaring countries and definitely their seafaring nations, they traded with their neighboring states. Sometimes they went for long distances. Near about 30 miles apart, they founded colonies. Those were called the colonial nations, and the colonial leaders, the Phoenicians, were the pioneers because they established some great colonies. Like 30 miles apart, they found in North Africa, the Carthage was one of the best colony established by the Phoenicians, and also near about the Sardinias and Spain, and later some surrounding areas also. Some city-states were the part of the Phoenicians' colonializations. So in the history of the Phoenicians, there the great contribution in tradings. They were exporting different kinds of wines, weapons, ivories, and potteries, different kind of goods which were very famous. The exports from one state to another state, since they are launching great ships. There are great contributions in discovery of a dye. The dye was a red purple colors, and it was a murex, one kind of snail, which was the most important thing at the time of the Phoenicians peoples, because murex is one kind of snails. By cracking these snails, they were making the red purple colors. It is thought that near about 60,000 snails were needed to make 1 pound of dyes, and a drop or 2 drops of liquid red purple color was needed for 1 snails. So that was very difficult task, but the royalty could approve this the 1 pound for 60,000 snails, which were found in the Sidons and great city of Tyres. So there are another great contributions in the world history of the Phoenicia, because Phoenicia discovers a fantastic alphabet, and they lead the legacy of the alphabet. They discovers or invented writing systems which was very important for the modern symbolic systems or signs. One sign represents one sounds, and the alphabet words itself coming from the Phoenicians words, because it has 2 pairs, alpha and beta was actually the formation of alphabets. These writing systems were also introduced the Phoenicians by the neighboring states like the Greeks. Later examples for the Greeks, they adopted the Phoenician alphabets, and they actually changed some forms of the letters and introduced the new letter systems in the Greek histories. However, these fantastic civilizations gradually becoming very weak, because the eastern sides, the mighty kings of Assyrians, were attacking several times in the eastern sides of the Phoenicia, and at the times they were actually captured by the Assyrian kings. Later the southern Persians, they went dispersed and went their colonies and setting off themselves to the Carthage and other city-states, those who made the colonies. So in this way we find the fantastic history of the Phoenicians.